Rise and shine, great beloved, great grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Come on in, come on in. Welcome to Spiritual Success TV Live, where we are lighting the way to help you create a clear path forward. And today, we want to dive deep into exploring how to create the state of already done. All right. So with that being said, go ahead, tag a friend, tag a family member. Let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. I'm just going to go ahead and throw a comment up on Facebook to make sure that we are broadcasting live over here. And we are. So let me just throw up a happy Tuesday. And then we're going to activate the success mind. And we'll be ready to go. All right, there you go. Let's be very interactive. You know that helps the algorithm. So with that being said, let's go ahead and sit with good posture, feet flat, back straight. You can place a hand on your heart to signal the nervous system, the subconscious mind. We are ready to calm down. We're ready to come present and focus and open to receive. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale and relax. Yes, crown of the head, all the way down. Come on, y'all know the drill. Soles of the feet, just relax. Relax. Turning the focus inward now to the rich inner life. Healing deep breath in. Exhale. Tap it into infinity, to the eternal realm. The internal realm that is eternal, that is limitless, that is infinite. We tap in and we come present right here, right now, where nothing's missing, nothing's broken. Deep breath in and exhale. We're so thankful and grateful that we get to be here. Come on, give me a great grand rising. Let me know that you are here. And we are ready to go. All right. So this is the month that is all about convergence. And I'm looking at the email we sent out over the weekend. We're looking at convergence, aligning inner and outer work for positive progression. And yesterday, we just took a moment to just really drill down on taking back the power of your words. Grand Rising, Jill, thanks for joining us. So again, convergence is where your inner transformation meets outer manifestation. Your inner transformation will meet external manifestation. This is about all the energy, all the lines converging, coming together, right? It's when your self-concept, your beliefs, and your divinely inspired actions, your concept, your self-concept, what you believe, and your inspired actions come together in harmony, allowing you to move effortlessly toward your desires. That's what we are working toward, how to start moving effortlessly towards your desire. You may have noticed, and I'm just reading from the email, when you wanted something deeply, but your thoughts, your emotions, and actions weren't truly aligned with it. This is the gap, beloved. This is the gap between what you truly desire and what truly manifests, is when the doubt comes in and you're not fully aligned with what you say you want. I just feel a strong wind. It's time to really just let that crumble up, break it up, let it crumble and just dissolve into nothingness, because we're coming into divine alignment and harmony. So we want our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions to line up. Our thoughts, emotion, and action to line up with what we truly desire. So when that happens, when we say we want something, but our thoughts and our emotions are not lining up, the result is frustration, stagnation, procrastination, comparison, intimidation, shrinking, hiding. And y'all talk back to me. If you had enough of that, come on right back and say, Dr. E, I had enough, right? You sort of like end up with a feeling that whatever it is that you want, what you're looking for, what you're desiring, and this could be a frustrating feeling, is just out of reach. It's like you can almost feel it. You know you want it, but it's just out of reach, right? Okay, here we go. So here's the truth, beloved. Here's the truth. Watch this. I want you to hear this. You do not manifest what you want. We talked about this last week. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe you are worthy of, what you believe at your core, in your heart of hearts. That is what you manifest, right? Who you are being on a core level, that's what you manifest out of. So you can have a desire, but at your core level, there's something different going on, and your self-concept is key. So this month, what we want to do is bridge that gap. We want to bridge that gap in between what you say you desire, even the inner work that you're doing, and bridge that gap so that we're taking the right action steps to get results. So we want to bridge the gap between inner shifts and outer manifestation. So the shifts that you've been making, the outer steps required to solidify those shifts. So let me say it like this. So the gap is the doubt, the disappointment, the procrastination, stagnation, comparison. All of that is the gap. Feeling less than, I'm not good enough. It never works for me. But in good faith, you are making a decision. I'm going to do this personal and spiritual development because I want to be healed. I want to be transformed. That is when you become truly effective in the lives of other people. Where it's not hit and missing, you blessing a person here or there, but you're really drilling down deep into having impact. Is when you start allowing those inner shifts to start lining up with your actions. So we want to bridge the gap between the inner shifts you've been making, the outer steps required to solidify those shifts, right? And the divine guidance that moves you right at the right time. In our mastery class yesterday, our activation, we were working with the angels of divine timing. And we just laid that whole thing out, right? Okay. So now the question is, beloved, and talk back to me, are you ready to step into the reality that already belongs to you? So today we want to start talking about the end state. Already done. So we want to start exploring how to embody. And embody means that you are living it. Remember, I taught you about the difference between awareness, understanding, and knowing, or understanding and knowing, as we used to say. You can have an awareness of something. You could teach it. You could preach it. You could tell it to somebody else, convince somebody else about it, but you don't have a knowing. And a knowing is when you start embodying it because you have adapted it and you're making it work for yourself. So when we talk about embodying something, we're talking about you're actually living it. Inner and outer is all you. So we want to start exploring how to embody the version of you that already has what you want. Already has what you want. We want to explore shifting, right, your self-concept to match that version of yourself that already has it, right? We want to trust divine timing while taking inspired action. I want you to put that in your notes. This is about becoming the person who naturally attracts and sustains the life you envision, right? So here's the question. What areas of your life is calling for convergence right now? So let's back it up like this. We're talking about the end state. This takes practice, it takes skill, and it takes grace from all the angels and help in the unseen realm. Grand Rising, Reese, thanks for joining us live. Okay, so how to live in the end. all the sacred texts, all the things that we teach in our spiritual success principles is all about training you how to bypass what's being pushed in your face, all the narratives, all the fear, all the crazies that's trying to be pushed in your face, how to bypass that, see beyond that, and see the end result. That's the end state. When we talk about a state, we're talking about a state of being, a state of being and embodying that version of yourself. That's how we're going to get there. That's how I'll get there. That's how you get there. It is seeing what you desire and then having the ability to see the end result and be able to hold that vision so that you can start vibrating that. And all you need is 17 seconds. Put that in your notes to start to kick it off. If you can hold the vision, if you can hold the image and the feeling of it, 17 seconds starts the vibrational frequency. And then we start expanding it till we hold it longer and longer and longer. So, have you ever wondered why we spend more time talking about what's not working, what we don't have, who don't like us, who did us wrong? We were trained in the 3D matrix how to worry, how to fret, how to have anxiety. We were trained for that. And then there is a genetic factor that is incorporated as well. If your parents had anxiety and nerve issues when they were carrying you, that's a part of your DNA. So you may have been born with a certain level of nervousness, worry, anxiety, etc. So what we want to do is learn now how to bypass all of that, see that end result, and then feel the feeling of what it's like to be that. Because remember, when the thoughts and the emotions or the feelings merge or marry, that sends the vibrational frequency that starts moving heaven and hell on your behalf. And so if we can do this, then everything in the angelic realm and in the quantum field, all spiritual law, all of the ancestral help, everything in the unseen realm start doing the heavy lifting. So that we come into divine timing, we come into synchronicity. Your part is being able to see the end result. Now, not only do you see it, not only do you see the end result, but you have to feel the end result. So let's say it like this. For instance, if you are wanting to increase financially and you want financial stability in your life, not only do you have to see yourself going to the bank, making large deposits, looking at your bank statement, seeing a large balance. Not only do you have to see that and speak that, you have to embody what it feels like to be that person that has more than enough, that has overflow. You have to feel what it feels like, because what you will end up discovering is that the physical dollar, money, is not really what's going to give you that feeling of that you're seeking, of security, of safety, of freedom, of well-being. That is the feeling. Y'all talk back to me if you're hearing this. You want that feeling of that security, when you have more than enough, when you have overflow. Can we just be real? When you're in a place where all your bills are paid for the month, you've done your due diligence, If you're in a tithing system, you've done that. If you're running a business, all your business expenses are paid for the month, or your employees or your team, everybody's paid. And then you have money in your savings account and money in your checking account. More than enough. What would it feel like to be that version of you with all that's in place? That's the feeling you have to tap into, right? First, getting clear. And you start small, right? You start with whatever random number is good for you. Like, all my bills are paid, everything is taken care of, and I have a minimum of $3,000 in my checking account, a minimum of $5,000 in my savings account. Whatever number works, whatever you need to do. That number may be too small, but why I started that small is because I want you to not put yourself in a place where you can't imagine what it feels like, right? What it feels like, because that's what we are after. We are after what it will feel like to have that. You will have a sense of rest. You will have a sense of peace. You will have a sense of security. You will have a sense of, if an emergency come up and my tire blow out, I have an account, one of my savings account, just for emergencies. You understand what I'm saying? Rather that versus a tire blowout and you have to call around and find somebody who can loan you some money, and everybody that you're calling don't have it to loan you. You see the stress of that? We want to start living that freedom now. I had to have a tire replaced on my car, and there's special tires on that car, and I would not buy a car like that again. They're called run on flat or something like that. They run flat. But anyway, long story short, when I got the car, when they told me those kind of special tires that were on the car, I took out a special insurance for the tires, right? So long story short, this was just maybe about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. The tire wasn't holding air, so I ran over something. But when I went to get the tire replaced, that one tire, to have it replaced was $465. But the insurance covered it. Wasn't I a happy woman that day? A happy woman that day that I did not have to find $465 to replace one tire, right? So it's about the feeling. It's about the feeling of safety. Yes, Reese said, when everything is done and handled. Yes, I'm excited about that. It feels so good. A worry-free sense of completion and security. That's it, Reese. When we can hold on to that feeling, like she said, completion, worry-free, security, that's what you're after. You're after that feeling. And when we can hold the feeling of that, we'll start attracting the means to live like that. That's what we mean by the end state. So if you're in a position, not you, I'm speaking in general. If you're in a position, I know this state, and many of you have been there as well, that in the 3D matrix, 10 things are due. And you may have close to $0 to take care of it. You cannot afford to look at that and go into a realm and start feeling lack and feeling the stress and feeling the insecurity of not knowing where that's coming from. We all have been there, right? To know what that's like. This is why you have to have your prayer affirmations, right? That is your mantras and your declarations that you embody. It's a part of you. So when I get on here and I say things like this, only abundance, it's because I had to live that. Being in that state and allowing myself to be in that state, there's only abundance, but there's 10 things that need to be paid in the next 2 to 3 days. 3 of them need to be paid today, 2 need to be paid the day after that, and 5 need to be paid the day after that, and you don't have enough for any of it. The natural tendency is to fret about what you don't have. But that's not the place to be. You want to be in the end state of seeing where you have crossed off every one of them and it's already done. And feel the safety and security. For me, what helped me to stay in that state was the mantra, there's only abundance. There's only abundance. That would calm down my nervous system. It would shift my focus. And one by one, I will watch it get done. And then that builds your faith and boost you up and give you confidence. So we want to start looking at the end state, how to embody that. So your assignment is to first see it, be clear about it, and then discover what is the feeling that you will feel when that's done. And you want to harness that feeling, hold that feeling, meditate on that feeling, celebrate that feeling, and don't move from there. Deep breath in and exhale. All right, lovelies, I'm going to release you for many blessings for the rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. Bye for now.